Ray Sampang. Ray Sampang. Bangon Bayang Mahal sa Radyo Pilipinas 738 AM.
26 na minuto na makalipas ang alas 8 ng umaga. Patuloy po kayong sumusubaybay sa programang Bangon Bayang Mahal dito sa Radyo Pilipinas, Radyo Publiko. Matapos nating makausap ang ating kalihim Secretary Hans Leo Cagdac ng Department of Migrant Workers bilang tugon sa mga concerns ng ating mga OFW sa Middle East, pupunta naman tayo dito sa loob ng ating inang bayan. Kakausap naman natin ngayon ang Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry po sa pinakamalaking business group sa bansa. Aalamin natin ano nagiging epekto nitong Middle East crisis sa mga miyembro o sa Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry o sa pangkalahatang industriya sa pribadong sektor. Kasama po natin ang presidente ng PCCI, walang iba kundi si President Ferdinand Perry Ferrer. Magandang umaga pong muli, President Perry. Si Ray Sampang po ulit ito. Nice to have you back.
Thank you, Ray. Ang magandang umaga to you and also to all your listeners.
Diretso na ako, President Perry, sa aking katanungan. Ano po ba ang immediate effects ng conflict sa Middle East sa ating Philippine market, commodities, and industry, lalo na if it concerns the PCCI, President Perry?
Alam mo, Ray, yesterday, I'll put it back to yesterday, madaming nagdadasal sa mga kababayan natin, sa mga negosyante na sana hindi matuloy yung pending price increase. Pero nung gumising this morning is the shock. So, of course, we've been hearing different numbers and how it will be applied, whether isang bagsakan or chinap-chap to different times. But in either case, we saw a significant increase in both diesel and gasoline prices. Yung impact nun, Ray, mararamdaman natin next week. Okay. Although yung impact sa pagbabayad sa bulsa ng mga Filipinos, ngayon, mararamdaman na natin in the next few days, pero yung sinasabi ko next week is yung potentially pag-akyat ng presyo ng mga commodities natin dito sa Pilipinas. Lalo na commodities that use logistics, yung mga trucking.
Yun, isa pa yun, yung tracking, na nagdadala ng mga produkto mula sa iba't ibang rehiyon. Sigurado magtataas din ang presyo ngayon. Pero paano po sa tingin ng PCCI, how can PCCI help mitigate ang epekto na ito sa ating ekonomiya, President Perry?
Nako, Ray, there is only so much private sector businesses can do sa pagtitipid or to be energy efficient and energy conservation. There is a limit to that within the companies, whether malaki or maliit. In fact, karamihan ng mga miyembro or private sector na umpisahan na ng conservation and efficiency last year. Nakita natin 2025 nagtataasan na yung mga bilihin, kaya madami nang na-implement. Now, ngayon, ang hiling ng pribadong sector is sana with the special powers that will be granted to the President is immediately the excise tax. Yung excise tax, sa gasolina is 10 pesos.
Oo.
Ang excise tax sa diesel is 6 pesos. As far as I know.
Yes.
Now, pag yun na suspend natin for at least 2 weeks to a month, mas-suspend natin, mas malilesen yung impact dito sa ating kababayan.
Alright. Isa po yan sa ang Pangulo nasa US ngayon, nasa New York.
Yes.
At para umattend dito sa United Nations activity. Pero parang meron na pong impormasyon na i-formalize na niya yung kanyang request sa Kongreso na mabigyan nga siya ng emergency powers regarding dito sa suspension ng excise tax. Pero kasi marami naman na nagsasabi, President Perry, lalo ng ilang mga lawmakers at mga economists, napakalaki daang bilyong piso yatang mawawala sa revenue ng gobyerno kapag nasuspend ang excise tax. Hindi naman sa sinasabi kong kinakampihan ko sila, pero ibig sabihin, just to make the discussion clear, malaki daw ang mawawala doon sa pondo ng gobyerno, billions and billions of pesos. Kapag ba nangyari ito, will that take a hit dito sa mga government spending na pinaplano ng gobyerno especially sa infrastructure. Dahil alam ko last time na nag-usap tayo, President Perry, we were talking about the Green Lane collaboration with DPWH, and that
Yes.
involves the infrastructure, okay, na magiging involved din ng PCCI. If the excise tax is suspended at kung totoong napakalaking bilyong piso ang mawawala, does the PCCI sees it na magkakaroon ng epekto ito sa infrastructure program at government spending?
Thank you, Ray, for that question. Ang tinitingnan namin sa pribadong sektor is dapat hindi na galawin yung infrastructure projects because we are way behind. Madami ditong infrastruktura, roads, bridges, and other projects that really need to catch up and matapos. Similar sa education, mga classrooms, dapat hindi yan galawin. Ngayon, yes, tatamaan ngayon tayo, there will be less revenue for the government, but there are other sources of revenue where potentially the government can get or to offset pag binawasan yung pag sinuspend yung excise tax. One, ang nakikita namin is this e-commerce. The e-commerce, there's probably 50 to 80 billion revenue sa e-commerce. Kasi bago lang yan. So yan, baka yun makakompensate. Saka yung syntax.
Yes.
Yun. Sana, makakuha sila doon. You increase it a little bit. I don't say, ayoko sabihin malaki. If you increase a little bit on the syntax also temporarily, baka makabawi tayo. And I think sa syntax pa lang, we can probably get and offset 100 to 150 billion of that. So if you combine the e-commerce and also dito sa syntax, it could cover a majority portion of, if not all of the excise tax. But the excise tax suspension alone is not enough sa tingin namin. Dapat sana konting porsyento sa VAT, sa VAT, makuha rin. Maybe not 12%. That's big, but maybe kalahati, 3 or 6% sa VAT.
Parang reduction lang, President Perry, not totally a suspension, but a reduction.
Yes, doon ako sa reduction. You're correct.
Pero that all depends on how quick or how swift or how urgent itong mga suspension na ito will be implemented. Just in case they will be implemented, payagan, ang question pa rin dyan, President Perry, how quick or gaano kabilis ito ma-implement? Ano ho?
And I think, the lawmakers, they can see it, they can feel it na ang Filipinos maghihirap pag hindi natin matulungan lalo na yung increase and the impact of all these fuel charges, whether it's on the transportation. Napakahirap niyan sa atin kababayan dito sa Pilipinas, especially on the MSMEs. The impact on the MSMEs is significant versus on the large companies where they can absorb these fluctuations. The MSMEs, alam mo naman, napakahirap yan. Yung iba dyan, isang kain, isang tuka. Or isang tuka, isang kain. Napakahirap. So, for me, dapat matulungan natin, lalo na yung mga workers natin that uses public transportation, yung mga jeepney drivers, bus drivers, all of those. Doon ang pinakamalaki natin nakikita at pinakamalaking sector ng society na matatamaan.
Actually, President Perry, since you mentioned it, we've been trying, tagal na, last week pa, na makuha ang Department of Trade and Industry dahil napakalaki din ng role nila dito, napakalaki ng kampanya nila dito para tugunan, like you mentioned, yung mga small and medium enterprises natin. Talagang tatamaan itong mga ito. At least yung mga malalaking kumpanya, I think somehow they can weather the storm. Pero itong mga small and medium, talagang mapipilayan ito sa ganito. And especially, talking about that, President Perry, hindi ko maiwasan matanong, yung exports, anong epekto nito sa exports natin?
Yung sa exports, the first impact sa exports is the higher cost of importing parts, raw material, and also whatever supply chain components are needed. Tatamaan yan from the supply chain logistics cost, tataas. Tapos yung mga exporters, hopefully through productivity and efficiency, will be able to absorb maybe a little bit or a fraction of it. But we will work with our customers globally. Naintindihan naman nila na with all this logistics cost and also the cost of operating, hopefully temporarily maakyat-akyat natin yung selling price or average selling price ng mga commodities natin for export. Yun ang tinitingnan talaga natin ngayon. So for the export sector. But one majority of the export sector, yung mga services, minimal lang tama sa kanila because for example, the BPO, the increased cost of the kuryente, yan ang impact sa kanila, but they have no physical goods of exporting except hopefully the people who are working there. Eventually, I don't know how they'll do the 4-day work week
Yun.
when it comes to that on the service sector.
Speaking of the 4-day work week, ano bang stand dito ng PCCI, President Perry? Do you support this or may reservations kayo dito?
When it comes to support, we will support all government initiatives that will help curb or lessen the impact of all this fuel. So when it comes to energy efficiency and conservation, we're in full support. Now, is it applicable to all industries? Definitely not. For certain sectors, it is applicable, the 4-day work week. For example, healthcare. Sana wag mag 4-day work week. Pagdating ng transportation, mahirap yung 4-day work week. When it comes to education, where kailangan ng atin mga estudyante na talagang umakyat ang kalidad nila sa pag-aaral, hopefully hindi rin matamaan. And some manufacturing that has commitments already, mahirapan sila mag-shutdown. So a lot of these companies, the manufacturing companies are and have been since last year is the compressed work week.
Okay, yes.
Para makatipid, di ba? The compressed work week will save 20% of their gastos in transportation. So, madaming kumpanya nag-implement na ng compressed work week. They work 4 days, longer hours.
Yes, just to complete
and
the 40
they
hours.
still get fully paid. We have to be very careful and make sure that the workers get the right pay, the right sahod, hindi natin babawasan. But in turn, they will work longer hours but shorter days.
Yes. And siguro finally, President Perry, of course, while we are talking about this, itong issue na ito, siyempre ang tinitignan natin yung epekto sa ekonomiya, and of course, eventually it will trickle down to the individual worker, yung mga empleyado natin, both sa opisina at sa mga factories at sa mga industries. So, how can PCCI, besides mentioning the compressed work week, ano pa bang ibang mga pwedeng itulong ng PCCI sa mga manggagawa naman na nasa ilalim ng PCCI, President Perry?
Ang tinitingnan namin sa PCCI, of course, is the sustainability and the conditions of our workers. One is that compressed. We advocate that these workers hopefully are able to get the same sahod, the same salary.
Yes.
Kasi sa pending increase ng mga goods because of these fuel prices, mahihirapan ang mga kababayan natin na transportation cost i-increase, whether they work 4 days or 5 days, aakyat yan. Yung mga bilihin natin sa mga palengke, stores, tatamaan rin yan. So, we are trying to find ways on how to cushion these increases and how to lessen yung paggastos ng mga empleyado. It's very difficult now. Kasi ginawa na namin yan last year pa, noong paakyat yung mga presyo, nakita na natin umakyat yung fuel.
Okay.
So one of the quick is really to suspend itong mga price increases. Sana tumulong yung sin tax,
Yes.
akyatin dyan, yung digital tax, yung mga revenue galing sa malampaya.
Yes.
Billion-billion yun.
Oo.
Sana to help temporarily absorb all these increases. Other countries are doing it. They're buying time, for example, 2 weeks or 3 weeks, wala mo ng fuel increase. Hopefully, yung conflict sa Middle East, bumaba na at mawala. So they're hedging that 2 to 3 week mga gobyerno sa mga within our ASEAN neighbors. Our fuel, our kuryente, karamihan, a big percent of our kuryente, 60 to 63% of
Yes.
our kuryente is coal.
Yes.
It's not crude oil, but it's coal na nanggagaling sa partner country natin, Indonesia. So dapat kinakausap na natin Indonesia na wag nang to secure steady supply. Of course, tataas ng konti because it takes barko and ships to bring the coal.
Logistics
But
na naman.
we should be able, we have renewable energy, we have malampaya. So the hit on the kuryente shouldn't be, at least for my point of view, it shouldn't be significant
That's true.
versus what we're seeing on fuel.
Kaisa nyo ako dyan, President Perry, lalo-lalo na yung dapat na makuhang benepisyo sa malampaya. Ano po?
No, yes.
Tsaka doon sa bago, at least may bago nga tayo Malampaya East 1, bukod dito sa isa. So, ibig sabihin, nasaan nga yun? Isa pa yun sa mga tinatanong ng ating mga taong bayan. Where is the benefits na dapat nakukuha sa malampaya? Ito ngayon yung hinahanap din ng taong bayan. Tulad na nabanggit po inyo pong na-mention. Alright? Okay. Sige. Pero sa puntong ito, President Perry, how can we assure the public and the members of PCCI na we can weather this storm basta meron lang tayong tamang direksyon? Paano mensahe na ipaparating ninyo sa taong bayan at sa mga members ng PCCI?
Ngayon, ang dapat talaga tingnan natin is yung rationalization ng budget ng buong bansa natin. There might be some programs that will probably be delayed a little bit to lessen the impact of this fuel. This is a significant rise and it will affect the whole of Philippines. And yung projection natin sa growth, which is napakahalaga ngayon for the country, nandito yung the opportunities right in front of us. We just have to rationalize and relook at our budget for 2026 and maybe reallocate some of those funds to soften the blow, whether it's a 1 month or also plan for a 3 month or 6 month, because we don't know what will happen to the Middle East. We import itong mga fuel, we import mostly refined fuel here in Asia. So, let's begin talking to our partners in South Korea, Malaysia, and other countries here, Singapore, on energy security. That's why we have ASEAN.
All right.
Now it's a good time that we sit down and regionalize this energy, of course, also food security, but energy security for now. We only have one refinery, Petron. Buti na lang meron pa tayo. So that is the crude oil, yung mga sinasabing Strait of Hormuz. Yan ang tinitingnan natin na mag-feed sa Petron.
Alright.
So, hopefully Petron's refinery is at 100% operating. That can help also lessen the impact dito sa atin. It would be nice to speak with the oil companies. Of course, the government will contribute in lessening the impact, but hopefully, let's sit down with the oil companies temporarily. Hingi tayo ng discount muna.
Okay.
Hingi tayo na discount muna for the next 3 months baka pwedeng discountan nyo muna
Yeah.
kami.
Oo.
We don't
Anyway.
want to say lessen your profit. Hindi naman maganda yun.
Alright.
Pero discountan nyo muna kami sa mga binibenta
Naku,
nyo
gusto
sa
ko
amin.
sanang pahabain ito, lalo-lalo dyan sa pag-usap sa mga oil companies. Marami tayo pwedeng ipunto sa kanila dyan. Anyway, maraming salamat po, President Perry, sa oras sa pinagkaloob niya as usual, sa pagbibigay niyo ng inyong expertise and professional insights on the matters being discussed. Thank you very much, President Perry.
Ray, thank you very much and thank you for having the Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry.
Alright, ang ating pong presidente ng Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry, President Ferdinand Perry Ferrer. Samantala, sa puntong ito, mula